puzzle has an answer. Every puzzle has an answer. Every puzzle has an answer. Every puzzle has an answer.
Buonasera amici, sono sempre io. Bentornati nella mia discarica e benvenuti in questa nuovissima, freschissima Horror Night. Siete caldi? O freddi di cacca addosso come vi ho chiesto in chat? Fatemi sapere. A proposito di cacca addosso, stasera reagiremo a avvistamenti dello Slenderman. che sicuro non ci farà cacare addosso, però va bene lo stesso. Ciao Gigi, buonasera, come stai? Benvenuto in questa Horror Night. Fa rima, avete visto che carino? Allora, nel frattempo che ci scaldiamo, mi vado a preparare qualche pedino perché sono sincera non ho preparato niente. Assolutamente niente. Quindi andiamo. Allora, andiamoci a preparare la playlist. Iniziamo con questa cosa horror. Se Kungslao io ti giuro ti banno. No, scherzo. Secondo che mi vado a sistemare qualcosina in playlist. Andiamo a vedere un po' di cose. Arrivo subito, amici. Non ho fatto il lavoro che avrei dovuto fare. Punitemi. Ma intanto ci salviamo questi. Allora, è lui, ma non ti immagini cosa farà. È questa cosa che mi distrugge. Allora, un secondo che mi sposto con lo schermo. Ah, è tutto nero. Ah. Porca miseria, ha sparato l'audio. Pazzisco. Pink Floyd? Kungslao e Pink Floyd nella stessa frase?
Voli e hotel selezionati, prezzi leggeri e massima tranquillità. Senza lo sbatti.
Andiamo un po'. No, non l'ascolto tutta, raga, 5 minuti di sta roba. Come vanno gli audio, amici? Va tutto bene? Mi piacciono le mie treccine. Basta, ho finito. Quella della concentrazione dell'uomo. E io mi fermerei qua. Allora, possiamo iniziare con la nostra serata horror. Direi che va bene così. Grazie mille, Kungslao. Iniziamo con 12 spaventosi avvistamenti dello Slenderman catturati in camera da letto. È il nostro amico Chills. Fatemi sapere come vanno gli audio, amici. No, Gigio. Ok, grazie, Gigio. Vai.
Two friends are making a random video on a trampoline somewhere out in the countryside. They appear to be all alone until a tall stranger in a business suit steps out from behind a shed and leers at them. The two friends quickly bolt in the opposite direction, and we don't get to see what happens next, so it's hard to say if this was a prank or not. One thing I noticed was how Slenderman's head comes up to the roof of the shed. This places him at about 7 or 8 feet tall, which is about the same size as the legends say. Then again, I guess it could have been a friend standing on something to give themselves more height. Number 11. A student is doing some schoolwork on his computer when somebody comes in and starts recording. They have a short conversation that's interrupted by a large figure standing in the darkened doorway behind them. The creature's head almost touches
Porca
the
miseria.
ceiling, and its arms are so gigantic and long that they don't
So
even
long.
fully fit in the camera frame. Its arms look long enough to pluck them from the couch and drag
Lo
them
hai
to their
visto?
doom. Fortunately for them, the two friends get away just in
Morire
time
freddo, io
and
scusate.
take off. They
E non
glance
perché ho
back
paura.
for a moment only to find Slenderman silently regarding them from the top of the stairs. Now that you've seen this on video, I'm eager to hear if you think this was a real Slenderman sighting or just someone in a really good costume. Number 10. I'm not sure where this short video comes from, but it's probably somewhere in Europe since they are driving on the left side of the road. The driver is traveling at a decent rate of speed when suddenly Slenderman descends upon them. It could
Porca
just be a
miseria.
weird camera angle, but Slenderman looks extremely tall and lanky here. His limbs almost look too long to belong to a person. He's roughly half as tall as the light post he's standing next to. So to me, this is either a mannequin or the real thing. Number 9.
Mamma mia, sono
A
fatti uno
YouTuber named
scherzetto.
Travis
Si
Andrew
sono
Barker
divertiti.
and his brother were watching the movie Titanic one day when his brother noticed someone in the background who looked completely out of place.
Lo
Travis wasn't
Slenderman
sure
nel
if his brother
Titanic.
was just messing with him.
Non me
As
lo
it turns
ricordavo,
out, he
raga.
was telling the truth
Credo che l'ho
after
visto
all.
una volta tanti
You
anni
can
fa,
see
però.
right there, we pause the movie and there's Jack and there's Rose. If you look back there, you'll see the Slenderman.
I
C'è lo
honestly can't
Slenderman
say
nel
that I've seen
Titanic.
this movie that many times, so I'm not sure how legitimate this sighting is. If you are familiar with the movie and recognize the scene, then please let me know what is going on here and explain who this mysterious
Ma
background
non è uno
character
Slenderman.
is. If nobody
Ma
can
sarà
come
un
forward
povero
with
cristiano che
details,
recitava.
then this very well may be the first Slenderman sighting in a Hollywood movie. Number 8.
Sì, nei film di
A
Hollywood.
YouTuber named Lothfan hears a knock at 4:30 in the morning. This has been going on for quite a while, and he's
Scusate,
finally
sono
had
stanco.
enough. So he grabs his camera and heads out. He films the
Iniziamo
outside
bene.
scenery for a bit and catches nothing but crickets chirping under a night sky, or so he thinks.
Porca miseria.
He looks at the video later and notices a small white face peering back at him from the shadows. Lothfan is now convinced that this is proof of how Slenderman stalks him and haunts
I
his
don't know
dreams at
what it is. Lui sotto, questo è uno Slenderman, e quello nel video, non so cosa cavolo sia. Va bene.
night. I'm curious as to whether or not you think someone was really there, or if this all sounds made up. Number 7. A YouTuber named Scaredy Cat thinks he saw a tall stranger rummaging around his property, so he goes into his house and grabs a phone to record with. He cautiously makes his way back to where he last spotted the intruder, and it isn't long before he finds him again. Actually, this time,
Ovunque,
it looks
molti
like Scaredy Cat is the one who is discovered instead of the other way around.
So I'm not sure. I'm gonna try and capture it on tape now. Okay.
A humanoid creature appears to be
Scusate, mi
staring
ha fatto
directly
troppo
at him
ridere.
while remaining completely motionless. Scaredy Cat goes running down the street screaming for his life. His reaction sounds pretty genuine, but I'm not sure if this was a real sighting or not. It almost looks like a mannequin that someone could have put out there as a joke. Maybe it could even be an impersonator running around pretending to be the real thing.
manichini.
It just doesn't seem to be the right height to be Slenderman, though some legends say that the creature can change its height at will. Number 6. This deer is eating
Fatemi
some
sapere
corn
cosa ne
when
pensate,
suddenly it
ma
looks up
soprattutto
as
se
if something is
lo avete
approaching.
visto.
The camera jumps ahead and barely manages to catch this strange fleeting movement on the right side of the screen.
Ma è il cervo sta
The
andando.
shadowy figure has everyone talking about the possibility of Slenderman. who apparently has been
Ma
rumored to be in this forest
siamo in
for
7
years.
miliardi nel
It kind of
mondo,
looks
no?
like it might be
Quanti
wearing a
cacchio
business
siamo?
suit and has an all-white
E
head completely
quello deve
devoid
essere
of
per
all
forza lo
features,
Slenderman.
but it's hard to tell for sure. Number
Porca
5.
miseria.
A YouTuber named Frostbitten looks out his window one evening and sees what he thinks is Slenderman peering up at him from
Ma
below.
non si vede niente. Per il gran finale è da brividi. No, Gigio, che paura che mi fai. Fai più paura tu che tutta la
You
notte
can see it
horror.
much better when he moves away from the screen door. I do see what he's talking
Non l'ho
about,
visto.
and so do some other viewers in the
Sembrava una
comment
figura di
section.
un viso, ma
I can't tell
credo.
for sure, but it looks like something with a pale head and long arms might be looking up at him. I can't
Non ho
really
visto
make out if
completamente
it's
a
wearing
caso,
a
ok?
suit or standing behind the tree. Then again, maybe this human-like shape is simply light reflecting off of the woods. Let me know if you can see what Frostbitten is talking about, and if you agree with him or not. Number 4. Imagine going out for a relaxing day on the beach and seeing this mysterious figure walking just a couple of miles away.
Ma chi è che urla? I gabbiani.
This tall man with a bright white head and all black clothes walks towards the water as if nothing is out of the ordinary. I will add that this area looks pretty lonely, and there's really no reason for anybody to dress up like Slenderman as a prank here. It's too bad the person filming wasn't able to get any closer, though I can certainly respect their desire to keep as much space as possible. Number
Responsible.
3. This surveillance footage looks like it was taken on an academic campus of some sort. The security camera is glitching out and skipping frames, which is supposed to be a clear indication that Slenderman is near.
Ah, certo, la camera glitcha perché c'è lo Slenderman.
Then, without warning, a tall figure is suddenly looming over a young boy. Slenderman yanks the boy high into the air by both arms.
Ma non è
and
uno
then the
Slenderman,
video
sarà
quickly
stato
cuts
un
off. I noticed
un
in the bottom
molestatore,
right
ma
corner that this
denunciatelo.
camera was marked camera 01, but I wasn't able to find footage from any of the other cameras. If somebody recognizes this location, then maybe we can do some more precise investigating and get to the bottom of this mysterious sighting. Number 2. A group of friends are recording
Aberration.
themselves lifting weights and basically just joking around in a small
Quello c'ha
gym.
il pettine nei
The
capelli.
situation suddenly becomes very serious when one of them leaves the room and then comes rushing back to bang on the glass for help.
Che vedrà, te l'hai ciucciato?
You say I ain't gonna pick you up. No way. What? Let's see. Where you
A tentacle-like appendage seems to wrap around their friend's waist and pulls him away. The group goes outside and searches
un
for their friend
tentacolo.
Nathan, but
È una
he has
persona che ha
vanished,
seguito i metodi di
and
marchio di
another
Kung.
friend goes missing too.
Sono d'accordo.
I could count as one.
The two survivors run back into
Dai,
the
fatto
building
bene
to talk
questo.
about what just happened. One of them is in complete denial and thinks that they are simply being pranked. They are talking about whether this is really happening or not, when suddenly their worst fears are confirmed.
You're not laughing at this? This is crazy. This is hilarious. That's nasty. That's nasty.
Well, there is a strong possibility that this could be
Dai, è
CGI. The
montatissimo.
uploader has not come
Non
out
che
and
ci
said
siano
that this
dubbi,
was a
però
short
guarda.
film. Instead, they insist it's real. Most of the people in
Ma
the
era un
comment
render
section
3D
agree
pure
that this
fatto
is
male,
authentic,
l'ultima
but I'd
parte.
definitely like to hear what you think. Before we get to number 1, my name is Chills, and I hope
Buonasera,
you're enjoying
Chills,
my
benvenuto in
narration. If
live.
you're
Ciao, ciao,
curious
ciao.
about what I look like in real life, then go to my Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT and tap that follow button to find out. I'm currently doing a super poll on my Instagram. If you believe ghosts are real, then go to my
Sì.
most recent photo and tap the like button. If you don't, DM me saying why. When you're done, come right back to this video
Certo,
to
se
find
crede ai
out the
fantasmi
number one
mettete like.
entry. Chill's merch is now available, and I'm gifting viewers who spend over
Porca miseria,
$100 with a
metti questa
100%
clip.
free foot lettuce t-shirt to show my appreciation. This offer won't last forever, so get yours by visiting chillsmerch.com. Also,
Tu sei
follow
un
me on Twitter
millantatore.
at YT_chills, because that's where I post video updates. It's a proven fact that generosity makes you a happier person, so if you're generous enough to hit that subscribe button and the bell beside
Io
it, then
geloso
thank
lasciarti
you.
in vita.
This way
No,
you'll be
scherzo.
notified of the new video I upload every Thursday.
Every Thursday.
Number 1.
Oh, ce l'abbiamo
Two
fatta.
friends are riding around
Slender
in the
tu.
country when they come across an old house that gives off a strange feeling.
Chiaro,
They have
la
nothing
casa
better to do,
abbandonata.
so they decide to investigate the old wooden structure in search of adventure. They're still outside of the house when their camera starts to mess up, a clear sign that Slenderman is near.
Beh dai, ma in effetto posso fare pure io con Sony Vegas, raga. Ci faccio il tutorial se volete.
Eventually they find a doorless entrance and step inside, and that's when things go terribly wrong. Something bad seems to have wrecked this house. It's trash from the inside, and a part of it has collapsed in ruins.
Ciao principe, buonasera,
They
come
aren't in there
stai?
for long before they decide they've seen enough and want to leave. But when they go for the
Mi vedo
exit,
gente
something
pazza,
goes for
sono
them.
pazzo. Spuntato.
Slenderman reaches for them, and the sound
si
cuts
sanno a
out on the
Portuense.
camera as they scramble for a different exit. They barely make it out alive. According to many believers, this still frame is the closest anyone's ever come to capturing Slenderman's true
sì?
form. Your shadow follows you
Vabbè.
wherever you go, and perhaps other
Andiamo col prossimo. 5 avvistamenti dello Slenderman catturati da dashcam. World of Warship, raga, che ricordi. Tanto ti calmi. Gamers Revenge. Ah, non parla questo, ok. Dobbiamo trarre noi le nostre conclusioni. Scusate, mi sto congelando i piedi. Ah, questo ci fa paura di jump scares. Mi poggio il naso. Che è successo? Un guasto al motore. Ha ficcato sotto lo Slenderman. Mo classico abbassa e compare, sono sicuro. Vabbè, con lo sfogato siamo buoni tutti. Ok. Eccolo. Dai, ma gli effetti di Sony Vegas. Ma che è sta cosa?
Sally, what are you doing?
Just recording, Daddy.
What are you recording?
Just now.
Exactly, turn it off.
No,
But what about the battery?
it's got quite a lot of battery.
Well, if Disney on Ice gets deleted somehow,
It won't.
imagine that £29 for a doll. It's extortion. Are you right to answer that, mate? Hello, James here.
Sto riguardando Gianmarco cagato. Ma veramente. Cioè questo scende dalla macchina per rispondere. Ah, non può più convertire delle cassette che ha portato al negozio perché il contenuto sta disturbando alcuni degli impiegati. Ditelo che non volete lavorare. Dai, ma che è la trama di Paranormal Activity 2? Ma poi questo che ferma la macchina per scendere a parlare.
The videos are not workplace friendly, and one of the gobby is suing. Sally, have you got your belt on?
Yeah, Daddy.
No, have you got it on properly?
Yeah, I have.
Put it on properly. I don't want to go into it, I just want to get home and get to bed, right? Straight to bed when we get back.
Tecnicamente non è una dashcam, posso dirlo. Che ha tre Slenderman, che è successo? Oh no.
What? Sally, cut the camera! Sally!
Ah, ma è quello di prima. Qua abbiamo più contesto. Quello però è un classico rumore da interferenza, l'ho apprezzato. Raga, voi avete mai visto lo Slenderman? Fatemi sapere. Eccolo. Non andate in campagna. Ci sono gli Slendermans. Però sei pure un po' timidino, cioè io ci farei amicizia. Ma non te fermamo, vai! Ma sei pazzo? Mi ha dato più fastidio questo suono con le luci che tutto il video. Vabbè. 2. Ma 96. Allo Slenderman stavano inventando nel 2017. E poi non esistevano le dashcam nel 99. Non vedo un cacchio. Ma taglia, fai qualcosa. Eccolo, eccolo, lo vedo, lo vedo. Sparito, eccolo. Battery low. Ma che... Oi oi. Si avvicina, la macchina non parte. Non mi viene la cufene con sti video stasera. Sì, l'abbiamo visto, amico, non ti preoccupare. Non c'è bisogno di rimetterlo. Ma era uno in jeans, poteva essere benissimo Adam. È schiantato. Cavatto. No, non ho capito. Ah, eccolo, ok, tutto a sinistra. Vabbè, gli stava indicando la strada, era Argentini. Lui ha malinteso e si è schiantato. Vabbè, vabbè. Procediamo senza commenti perché veramente non so cosa dirvi. Voi cosa ne pensate? Lo hai visto?
Con Eden Viaggi è un'altra storia. Prenota entro febbraio e risparmia fino a 200 euro.
I'm guessing we're already familiar with the name Slenderman. But if you're not, then let me tell you a little something about him. The Slenderman is a mythical being with hazily defined traits and skills. He typically presents himself as a tall humanoid in modern times,
Dai, ma
dressed
che è
in a
quello un
black or gray
cosplayer?
suit, a red or black tie, and a white shirt. He has no facial features at all, and his face is all white. He lacks hair and generally has bare hands that look normal, albeit with fingers that are longer and bonier than those of an average person.
A quello che gli va vicino. Ma
Slenderman
non perché
has
lo
been
Slender, ma
portrayed as
perché
being
non
anywhere
esiste,
between
quindi sarà
6
un
and
maniaco,
15
quindi
feet
lasciate
tall in
perdere.
images and literature, depending on the circumstance. Yet in videos, he is typically only about 6 to 7 feet tall. No one has yet figured out what exactly the Slenderman is due to his ambiguous nature and variations in reports. And today's video is about a few sightings of this unknown humanoid. From stalking people from their backyards
26,
to hanging
sì,
around on
26,
rooftops.
20
Here are 20
avvistamenti.
scariest Slenderman sightings
I
caught
più
on tape.
spaventosi, raga. Ah, quindi qua ci cacchiamo addosso. The
A very
Overboard.
tall man is caught in the woods. While passing through the woods, this guy noticed an odd slender figure standing around. He moves closer, but at a safe distance to film the unusually tall-looking man. The figure stood silently, almost like it was waiting for something or someone. Suddenly, it appears to notice that it's been watched, and suddenly it disappears from the camera view. The
No,
camera then
sparito.
pans around to try to find where the Slender Man had run off to, but he's nowhere to be seen until suddenly he appears in front of the camera with a scare. And that's where this footage
No,
comes
i
to an
jump
end.
scares.
Sadly, we are left wondering who or what that could have been. Well, it's obvious that the descriptions match those of the so-called Slender Man, but the video doesn't exactly satisfy our curiosities. Anyway, I'd be worried about the camera guy, but the cameraman always survives, right? Number 20. Creature on the roof.
On
So
the roof.
apparently, Slenderman is known for stalking his targets for years before executing whatever he has planned for them. This video was taken by someone who claims to be haunted by the humanoid creature. He also claims that this Slenderman has been several times on his roof, and often escaping when he's caught stalking,
Ma è un
only to
uomo
return the
quello,
next
non
day.
è uno
Creepy
Slender.
much? As curious as I am, I do
Lo
not wish to
Slenderman
be
non è
stalked by
nudo.
an actual stalker, let alone a creature I'm not even sure of.
Before we begin, like this video, smash
No.
the subscribe button, and click the notification bell right now, or this centipede will crawl on your face when you're sleeping.
Che schifo.
Number
Lo
19.
farebbe.
Slenderman in real life. We've been watching uploads of Slenderman all over the internet, with each description varying, either from his looks to outfits or if his appendages are actually unusually long arms or extended tentacles. And in 2012, 3 kids came together to give us an insight into what the real Slenderman actually looks like. They were, like every other notorious kid, pulling pranks on neighbors by ringing their doorbells and running off to hide. But something happened and they had to split up to avoid getting caught by a house owner. After hiding for about 30 minutes, the other 2 decided to go look for their friend and call it a night. However, he was nowhere to be found. One of them remembered he said he would hide behind a bush up front should the need run to arise. And so they decided to check behind the bush.
Go behind the bush or something, okay?
Unfortunately, they were met with a familiar face, or should I say, head, as the Slender Man is depicted as a faceless character. They tried to escape, but he caught hold of one of them, leaving behind the cameraman, who was later hunted down, and the footage ends abruptly. I would say it is indeed very well orchestrated footage, even though it was done by youngsters, and let's all agree that it gave quite the suspense until the end. Number 18. Slender Man caught in front of a house. YouTuber Marble Hornets posted a really creepy video on June 20th, 2009, where he stated that he was looking through some blank tapes and found something quite different from the others. He clearly stated that the video was not shot on the set of Marble Hornets, but that it was shot at his house. The video had no audio because the microphone was turned off. It was taken later, or the audio was removed entirely. And in that tape, only this part was different. Yup, there's a strange slender figure in a business suit standing at the front door. Let's watch it again. Now that you've seen this clip, you're probably thinking, what if he's actually real? But can we consider this enough proof to reach a conclusion just yet?
Voglio fare un gioco con voi.
Father
Grazie
films
Gigi.
the Slenderman taking his daughter. Theoretically, if you find yourself in a horror setting and you don't want to lose the person you're with, then I suggest you stay close to them, especially when that someone is a little girl. It's way more dangerous when you split up, and way more dangerous when the Slenderman is after you. But don't worry, I heard he only likes little kids, like unfortunate little Sally in this footage. Sally was busy watching TV when her dad came into her room. Suddenly, they start hearing strange noises, and her dad looks out the window to find a Slenderman standing there. He quickly takes Sally to a safer room and asks her to remain there while he goes out to confront the humanoid. But he doesn't find anyone outside and realizes he has made the mistake of leaving Sally all alone. It's a known fact that Slenderman can teleport and has many abilities that you and I are yet to find out about. And it so happens that Sally was taken away by the Slenderman. Her dad goes out to find her, and the last thing seen in the footage is the little girl, hand in hand, with the humanoid walking to an unknown destination. Number 16. Slenderman caught on CCTV. In a CCTV footage, a young girl was seen playing in her yard all by herself. She repeatedly throws the ball up and tries to catch it before it lands. Suddenly, she throws the ball out of bounds and runs around the house to retrieve the ball. However, she comes back running and falls to the floor. She's not with the ball, and she quickly takes a crouching position when suddenly an unusually tall, faceless humanoid approaches her from behind. Another Slenderman sighting, which is unexplainable and just outright bizarre. He doesn't lean in to grab her, but spooks every living soul out when it grows out long tentacle-like appendages, with which he grabs the little girl. What happened to the little girl afterwards? No one knows. Number 15. Very scary Slenderman caught on tape. In 2013, the YouTube channel GG13, The Haunted World of CW, stated that although he had been sending a good number of private messages with Emma, the girl in the video, he was still on the fence to a degree. Emma had sent the first super creepy video right around when he received her first message on the channel. Then he received a second one, and regardless of how he or any one of us felt about the Slenderman, his origins, or whatever, Emma's terror seemed too real to be a prank. Let's watch the video. This was obviously a girl who was genuinely scared and terrified out of her mind.
No, basta, finito.
La leggenda dice che a nessuno è permesso di prendere quest'acqua.
And no matter what the Slenderman in that footage turns out to be, human, creature, demon, or badger in a costume, the YouTuber claims he can't help but want to help her get to the bottom of this haunting. Number 14. The Slenderman sighting 2015.
No,
This
il primo è
footage
del
was caught shortly
96,
after the
abbiamo
video
visto.
upload of the Slenderman sighting 2014. However, this user was unable to upload this footage earlier because it had apparently been corrupted after his last encounter with Slenderman. He had gone to the woods where there had been many reports of Slenderman sightings, and after almost an hour of walking around and calling out to the Slenderman, he considered giving up and turning around. But suddenly, he picked something up on his camera. It was the Slenderman stalking him from somewhere inside the woods. Slenderman disappears out of sight for a short while, and then the next thing, he attacks the guy while the camera manages to get a whiff of what's actually happening. We see the guy get dragged away, and someone seems to have picked up the camera and distorted the view. Right after the guy is slammed back down on the ground. We are also made to believe that it was the Slenderman who had picked up the camera earlier and spun it around in the air. Whatever it is that he did to the camera must have corrupted the file. It was only after recovery efforts that the video got uploaded for the public to see. And that suggests that the guy in the video is alright, apart from the fact he was slammed to the ground. Number 13. The Slenderman Sighting 2022. Another scary Slenderman sighting was caught by a YouTuber on June 2022. He had taped the Slenderman standing from across the road. Initially, he was motionless. But then almost immediately, he started to notice the elongated appendages, or tentacle-like arms waving around. Number 12. Slenderman in real life. We've always seen the Slenderman slowly walking to this destination or slowly moving from place to place. But what we haven't seen is the Slenderman running. In this video, a man gets attacked by a Slenderman, and when he tries to escape, he gets chased by the humanoid. This must have been a terrifying moment for the man as he can be heard yelling, "Call 911."
Somebody call 911.
Number 11. The Slenderman Sighting 2021. A local land surveyor was looking to erect a set of wind turbines in the open land. He had been sent there to survey the land before they began to work and checked suitability. Suddenly, the Slenderman appears up ahead from a distance. He stands there for quite a while, and then this happens. The local surveyor just suddenly starts running towards the Slenderman. Why he ran towards the Slenderman still remains a mystery. But that was a decision he was bound to regret. On approaching the Slenderman, the surveyor suddenly vanishes, accompanied by an unusual glow in the skies. And as I speak, the location of this very man is currently unknown. We are made to believe that people could get drawn to the Slenderman when in close contact with him. In fact, there is probably no limit to what the Slenderman can do. Number 10. The Slenderman Sighting 2013. This YouTuber was asked to film 24/7. As was advised to him by many other YouTubers, and there is 1,000's worth of footage that he obviously won't upload, but this particular footage was worth posting. In the video, he was in his room watching TV, no better way to enjoy a peaceful night, and it is worth noting that he was all alone. But somehow, something manages to fall from a distance. According to him, he heard a large thud and decided to go check it out. After looking around the house, he finds nothing, but the sound persists. And so he returns to his room to switch off his television. He then starts turning all the lights on until he sees this in one of the rooms. Petrified, he goes back and cuts the video there. But not to worry, since he is okay. He claimed that it wasn't just that night. According to the YouTuber, he's not sure if he's still after him, but he has felt instant sickness a few times, which usually suggests that the Slender Man is close. But since that night, he hasn't physically seen him again, thankfully. Number 9. The Slenderman Sighting 2017. This man was testing out his new bike and gears and was going to make a video of him trying out his stuff. He places the camera at a viewing point and rides off on his cycle along the road. And for the few seconds while he's gone, we're left looking at the camera with nothing special happening. Oops, I spoke too soon. Look closely. You can see the Slenderman just being himself and casually strolling across the fields. Just then, the bike rider returns, very excited to have had such a wonderful experience. And it's clear that he doesn't notice his surroundings. A few seconds before the video ends, a car is seen stopping just down the road. It was the shaken woman in the vehicle that had informed the rider about a tall, slender, and faceless creature in the fields. That's when this guy goes back home to check his video, and realized he had actually been starring one of the most feared celebrities on YouTube in his video. Number 8. Little girl catches the Slenderman on camera. Beware the Slenderman. He has been known to play psychological tricks on people. This man and his daughter were minding their own business, heading to a place of importance, or probably home, when his daughter ran off, claiming she heard someone. Her dad immediately follows her and...
No.
Non devi uscire
Ma ti
all'aperto per
stoppano
respirare
così i
aria
video.
pulita. Nano X è...
and they arrive at a well. His daughter then calls it one more time, only to be replied to by a little girl who appears to be stuck in the well. The man then asks her to stay where she is and hands over the camera to his daughter so that he can get a rope or probably just get help. Leaving his little girl alone makes her even more scared of the situation. She starts backing up slowly, saying she's scared when suddenly she sees this. It turns out there was actually no one in the well. It was a trick played by the Slenderman so he could capture the little girl. Number 7. The Slenderman Sighting 2012. Watch this video. A boy can be seen hopping on a trampoline while his friend tapes the event, but little did they know that someone was watching them, and that someone happened to be. Both quickly fled the scene in a haphazard manner, but in my opinion, maybe Slendy just wanted to join in on the fun. It's too bad he doesn't have the expression on his face. Anyway, the original video was found on a YouTube channel by the name of the RJO Productions, but don't bother checking because the account has long been shut down. However, this user was able to get his hands on the footage as it interested him. He believed that the role needed to know what was going on. And according to him, the channel where the original video was posted was deleted and shut down by the government on August 2011. And that in 2012, when the video was later discovered, it strangely had no audio. I think the question on everyone's mind should be, why would the government get so involved as to shut down the channel? Is there something they're hiding from the public? Number 6. Slenderman Sighting 2013.
Ok.
A man had recently acquired a new camera and wanted to test the low light close to the edge of their neighborhood's forest when suddenly a crazed person ran out of the forest into the street asking for help. He claims there's something out there and that he has seen something very strange in the forest. The guy then offers him a lift and heads down into the forest, and on their way out, they encounter what seems to be the Slenderman. Did you see it? Do you also agree that it's the Slenderman? Though the video isn't clear enough to make out what they saw, share your thoughts about this in the comment section. Number 5. Slenderman Encounter 2014. I have no idea what these boys were looking to find in the park that night, but their video covers a lot of muted talking and walking. They can be seen checking out some places and laughing while strolling around the park until they stumbled upon who they least expected to find. Number 4. Slenderman Sighting 2012. These boys were walking through the woods when they noticed something from a distance. They decided to ignore it and move on, but 15 minutes later, the man in the suit appeared again. This time, they got petrified and immediately started running. They didn't know what they saw and suspected it could be the Slenderman. After interviewing the people in the video, they said that during their walk, they had thought someone was continuously watching them. They said that after their initial sighting, they had to revisit the video and saw a man in a suit watching them. The clip was then enhanced by this user, and this is what they found. It was also stated that the audio of the footage was destroyed and claimed it was destroyed by the Slenderman. Real or fake? Number 3. These friends saw Slenderman in real life. A group of friends decided to hit the gym together at night when the camera guy started pulling pranks by scaring the other guys. One of them ends up leaving after feeling uncomfortable, leaving the rest to enjoy the gym. But a few minutes after, they noticed someone at the door, who immediately took off at lightning speed when he was caught staring. The guys then head out to check what it is, but they end up finding nothing. Suddenly, one of them gets attacked, and the other two head back into the gym bathroom panting. At first, they thought it was a really good prank by their friends, but it wasn't funny anymore. The video then comes to an abrupt end when they notice the Slenderman with his tentacle-like appendage hanging from above one of the toilet doors. Number 2. Slenderman or Spider-Man? This video was shot in Russia after a man had returned from work. He was looking out his window when he saw this spider-like, elongated creature crawling all over the walls of that unfortunate building and its unfortunate residents. There have been way too many descriptions of the Slender Man through different sightings, so if I were to believe the actual Slender Man is the one who is always in a business suit, what then shall I call this spider-like creature? You're probably thinking of Spider-Man, but that's not the Spider-Man you and I know. Number 1. Slenderman sighting in someone's garden.
Questo
We're
l'abbiamo visto.
finally down to one of the last creepy sightings of Slenderman across the globe. And if you've come this far without
Cioè, se
getting
così più
scared,
spaventoso, raga.
congratulations. Moving on. This
Pazzesco.
woman found something odd in her grate through her kitchen window. She wasn't sure what it was, so she decided to head out and check what it was. On reaching her garden, she finds a faceless man in a suit standing there and staring. And, of course, she takes to her heels, and in case you didn't see it, she had it circled after checking out the video. And from the looks of things, this was definitely the Slender Man. That's all for 20 scariest
That's
Slenderman
all.
sightings.
Meno male. Allora, cerchiamoci qualcos'altro. Allora. 10 statue giganti che si muovono nelle videocamere, vabbè. 10 avvistamenti terrificanti che sono troppo veri da essere ignorati. Va bene.
Become an all-action anime hero in Elsor. Find the
Slenderman. He's been a star in the creepy corners of the internet for years. Today, I'm going to be sharing some footage and supposedly true stories of people's first-hand encounters with the mysterious figure. Without further ado, let's just jump right in. I'm your host, James, and these are the top 10 terrifying Slenderman sightings that are too real to ignore. And we're starting off this list with the UK Slenderman sightings. So a few years back in Connacht, England, a string of supposed Slenderman sightings were reported within a very short span.
Non erano alberi.
4 sightings in total, 3 of which happened within people's very own homes. One woman reported her sighting stating, "I was awoken just before 2 a.m. by an odd scratching noise in my bedroom. To my astonishment, there was what seemed to be a sphere-shaped shadow by the edge of my wardrobe. As I tried to get out of bed and investigate further, the shadow began to stretch towards the ceiling. It was at that point I found myself faced with the most disgusting and horrific creature imaginable. It was about 8 feet tall and had a white face with razor-sharp fangs. Another witness said he saw a Slenderman like being at Castle Ring, an Iron Age hill fort that's been seen a good number of paranormal phenomena over the years. He stated, while taking a midnight stroll around Castle Ring last Friday morning, I happened to notice a strange figure in the distance. It appeared to rise out of the
Non
tree.
ci stanno i video qua, però, raga. Ci ha trollati. Clickbait. Shocking Slenderman videos. Ma guarda qua che fa questo. 5 avvistamenti dello Slenderman 2017. Vediamo. Facci sognare. No, ma è quello di prima, che paura. Quello che non parla. Ah, parla?
Local council is seen installing a public notice letting people know that planning has gone ahead to build a new road through the forest. Later in the video, the man starts speaking directly to the camera, going into more depth about the plans for the new road. But things quickly change. A loud gunshot is heard in the distance, and then, within seconds, the Slenderman appears from
Non
behind
vedo
a large
niente.
tree. Meanwhile, the man is still talking to the camera, totally unaware of what is right behind him.
If they're not in place, we'll have another incident like Killington. And that's not happening. Moving on.
Eccolo. Ma uno coi trampoli questo. È scappato dal circo.
Hopefully we can get boots on the ground and men in here as soon as possible. Just complete the jobs. I've seen the
Scusate, qua è comparso un video che uno scalatore sta ucciso allo Slenderman.
It is believed that whoever fired the gun also saw the Slenderman, though it is unknown if they got away unharmed like the man in this video luckily did. The Slenderman can be spotted one last time in this clip as the man goes to collect his camera. The Slenderman can be seen stood staring back at him.
Eccolo. E basta. Ah, non l'avevano notato in quel momento. Ebbene sì, raga. No, World Warship, il vero horror. Andiamo al 4. Io però non sento niente, scusate. Quello abbiamo visto prima del cameriere. No, mi sa di no. Un campo da golf.
After finding a cryptic note in the hole, they make their way off the course. Everything seems okay, but once they go back to the field they came from, the Slenderman is stood right in front
Un
of them.
biglietto dello Slenderman.
The Slenderman gets extremely close to whoever's holding the camera in this video, and it's still not known if they are okay as the video scrambles and cuts out.
Yeah, I think it's definitely the quarry.
Lo Slenderman non sa scrivere, non ha gli occhi.
Keep hold of that clue right a little bit.
Comparso. È un effetto di Sony Vegas. Ve lo giuro. Va bene. Numero 3.
This video starts off with a guy discovering the car he and his friend had parked up has now disappeared. As he rushes back into the woods to tell his friend the car
Guardano
is
tutti
gone,
uguali. Mi
crazy
sembra di nuovo
man,
il cameriere
who we
qua.
later find out is called Francis, sprays the guy in the face with an unknown substance that instantly knocks him out. We then see the guy's friend has also been knocked out and captured by Francis. When the friends awaken, they are shocked and confused about where they are, until they see a sign that tells them to put in the provided earpieces.
Questo è un
When they
film.
put them in, Francis tells them that the earpieces and camera are hooked up to his laptop so that he can talk to them as well as listen to and watch what they are doing. Francis explains that he has set up a real-life game based on the popular game Slender, the 8 Pages. For Francis to let them go, they must complete
Cioè,
the
lo
game and
Slenderman gli ha
collect
detto
all
di
8
mettere le
pages within
AirPods.
10 minutes.
Non l'ho capito.
Congrats, that's another page.
Good. I can't be found falling over.
Non ha fatto la caccia al tesoro.
Right. What?
He's coming.
Però stati bravi, dai, questo è ingegnoso. Buonasera, Capo. Scusami, non ho letto il tuo commento. Sono sforzati poco, sembra un trailer per un film dello scolastico. Sì, in effetti. Buonasera, comunque, benvenuto in live. Come stiamo? Come stiamo messi? Eccolo. Un po' fantascientifico, però ci si sono ingegnati, questo va detto.
And with time running out, Francis tells them that the lost page is located next to him in a big hut. After being directed to Francis's location, a final showdown commences.
Lo stesso video ancora? Quanto dura?
There he is. Francis! Explain yourself now!
Ma Era il suo amico che ha fatto il prank.
Get it off him now. We've had enough of your stupid, sick games.
You did really well, though. A lot better than the last person who tried. She only got 4 pages. Useless.
Who's that?
Sarah? Sophie?
What?
Sally!
Not Sally! How long shove this up your ass? You touch my daughter, I'll kill you!
Cioè, questo è un film tipo su un serial killer.
Why? Make me!
Ma che cos'è? No, che fastidio sto rumore, non lo sopporto.
Congrats on beating the game, lads.
Dai, ma che cos'è? Oh, mamma. No, non lo sopporto, scusate, non lo sopporto questo rumore. Eccolo. Quindi lui era alla spalla dello Slenderman. Ma dai, ma veramente sta in un video questa cosa? Ma questo è un trailer. Che freddo, scusate. No, quello della bici l'abbiamo visto. L'abbiamo visto, quello della bici. No, World of Warship. Ecco qua, finita. Finita.
This video begins with a man explaining how he is going to test
È
out
finita.
bike he got for Christmas.
Vabbè, questo l'abbiamo visto. Andiamo al
Whilst testing
prossimo.
it, Slenderman mysteriously appears from behind a set of trees.
Uno.
Now for one of the most popular Slenderman videos on YouTube. This video
Cameriere?
begins as two
Ah, no.
friends embark on a hiking trip through a forest. Everything seems to be going okay, but when they discover a bloody map stuck to a tree that has the forest
Una
they are
mappa
walking
sanguinante.
encircled and crossed, they panic and quickly realise they need to make their way back to the car before it gets too dark.
Questi sono quelli di prima, hanno fatto un altro
Isn't
film.
so easy when the Slenderman is following your every move.
I think we should head back.
Yeah.
I think we should head back right now.
No,
Beh,
where
siamo
is
allo
that?
stesso video di
Where's
prima.
that circle? Where is that circle?
Right, it doesn't matter, let's head back.
Is that here where it's
Mi
circle?
sembrano pure gli stessi
Vai,
loro,
back
non
now.
sono sicuro però.
Is that here where it's circle? Right. Right. Right.
Hanno fatto il sequel forse.
How far we have to
Sì,
go?
infatti la carta nel bosco non si fa. Assolutamente no. E questo è il vero horror.
I ain't out to eat today.
Well, you think we
We're gonna
better?
have to plod on.
I think we better
Just head
stop.
north. Just head north. I know the car's somewhere along the tree line. Right? I think it's time we have a bit
Eccolo.
sweet. Oh. You want?
Io vedevo se mangia una banana, non ho capito. Che con fare indifferente non hanno dato la figura, eh? Mo fa il jumpscares. Il jumpscares. No, io di solito non riprendo lo sfondo mentre mangio le banane. Voi? Facciamo tutti un video con uno sfondo nel bosco mentre mangiamo le banane. Facciamo una compilation. Sarò strano io, ma le banane nel bosco non le mangio. Soprattutto non mi filmo mentre lo faccio. Ecco il suono di interferenza. Ci siamo quasi, eccolo, eccolo, eccolo. Eccolo qua.
No. No! You should be here!
effetto Sony Vegas. Help. Dai, pure il ketchup in faccia si è messo questo. Ok, allora mi ispira questo scalatore che sta ucciso dallo Slenderman, solo che dura 36 minuti e non ho assolutamente intenzione di guardarlo tutto, quindi andremo un po' avanti. Mi è rimasto da prima, il ketchup sta benissimo, le banane, guarda.
Hey guys.
Una delizia. Vediamo che succede qua. Però io proprio la fine che non ce la faccio più, raga.
I'm walking around in circles. I'm walking around in circles. You're walking around in circles. You're walking around in circles. You're walking around in circles, okay?
Okay.
Nothing you can do could have prepared you for this, okay?
Okay.
You're walking around in circles.
Buonasera.
Hello.
Ciao.
I've at this point I don't think I'm getting out of here.
Raga, ma sembra il mio video del lama, ve lo ricordate? Faccio finta che il lama mi ha catturato, bellissimo. Opera d'arte. Non lo dico da solo. Cioè, opera d'arte. Stavo per dire che ero curioso di capire com'è finito qua, ma mi sono reso conto che non lo ero molto. Che sarà successo come tutte le altre volte, che vai nel bosco, incontri cose. Live footage dello Slenderman. Oddio. Chi è?
What the fuck is
Che è successo?
What is that?
What is that?
What?
Jump scares? Così spento se lo carica a testa bassa, sì.
It's not happening. Okay. It's not happening. It's not real. It's not real, okay? Look at this.
Me faccio vedere. Grazie.
It's not real. This is not real. It's not.
Ma dai, mi è fatto malissimo, ma si vede che è appiccicato su.
Real. This is not real. This is not real. This is not what I'm doing right now.
È morto.
What I'm doing.
No, è ancora vivo.
This is not.
Ci siamo quasi? Quasi morto?
I've got to get the fuck out of here.
Morto? Cos'è Marble Hornets? Scusami, non lo conosco. È morto? No, ancora no. C'è un po' di stacco e poi è morto. Ci siamo quasi.
Somebody help me.
Somebody help me. Somebody call the police. Ooh. I think they're
Please.
coming to get
If
me.
anyone ever finds it,
È la serie di
please.
famoso Slender.
Please.
Ah, non lo conosco,
Please come help
perdonami.
me. Please.
Molto carina la prima parte, ok.
Please.
Devo recuperare. Comunque sì, evidentemente ha fatto tanti danni.
Something's after me. I'm so scared. Please, okay. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Please.
No, l'ha ciucciato.
Please.
Immo? Morto? Vabbè sì, finisce così. Vabbè, cacchio raga. Dio. Scusate. Allora, vabbè, lo Slenderman. Allora, io mi vedo il video che mi ha mandato prima Gigio e poi me ne vado perché sono un po' stanchino, vi chiedo scusa. Non ce la faccio arrivare alle 3 precise. Mi guarda mentre dormo.
Con Eden Viaggi è
Ma che
un'altra
è?
storia. Prenota entro febbraio e risparmia fino a 200 euro.
Gianmarco Zaccato. Paranormal Activity. Ciao Jinxie. Mi spiace, buonasera, come stai? No, comunque ci guardiamo il video di Gigi e poi ce ne
La
andiamo.
normalità di una persona che crede in Satana.
Buonanotte, Serca Capo. Noi ci guardiamo questo
C'erano cose
e...
un po' promiscue alla fine della messa nera.
Anche se è molto imbarazzante.
Che utilizza la magia.
E il crocifisso che c'era.
Andiamo al dunque. Gianmarco Cacato.
Ho lasciato solamente una luce accesa perché se mi sveglio stanotte vorrei vedere qualcosa onestamente. La vorrei poter chiamare
Che paura
e
questo.
scappare il più velocemente possibile. Quindi, carissimi spiriti che avete seguito.
Va benissimo, Jinxie, tanto lo so che vuoi andare da Nickel. Ormai lo so che preferisci lui a me, ma io lo accetto. È giusto che i figli scelgano con quale genitore stare. No, comunque scherzo. Assolutamente dimmi quello che vuoi.
Facciamo che non ho detto niente, facciamo finta che non c'è niente qua. Good night. Raga, ciao.
Madonna, prova a averci i soldi sua. No, cioè, veramente. Incidente live rituale dell'11 miglia. Non che scherzavo, Jinxie, ovviamente. Non ti preoccupare. E suggeritemi tutto quello che volete. Paranormal Activity. Dai, bel dunque, Giamma, per favore. Che è successo? Si è svegliato. A me questo mi mette ansia, altro che gli avvistamenti dello Slenderman. Chi è? Si è mossa la statua, che ha fatto? Dai, ma che casa... proprio un matrimonio napoletano, sembra. Scusate, amici napoletani. Sì, ma non è successo niente, quello è il problema. Non è successo assolutamente niente, ha solo messo le musiche epiche. Scusate, voglio andare... No, si è aperto il libro. Sì, è tutto uguale qua.
Non so che cacchio sta succedendo.
Che sta succedendo, Gianmarco?
Hello?
Hello? Cioè, ti entra un fantasma in casa, puta caso. E tu gli fai hello?
Dio, senti, sto per morire. Vi giuro, mi sento fin male. Continuo a sentire rumori. Cioè, non posso più fare finta di niente. Ma c'è qualcuno? Hello?
Hello?
Batti un colpo.
Cioè, ma lui per forza li deve fare di proposito dei video finti. È impossibile che lui faccia seriamente queste cose.
Ok, devo andare.
Pazzesco.
Guarda che voglio vedere cosa c'è. Si sentono continuamente delle botte. Ma è come se fosse tipo dei colpi nei muri.
I colpi nei muri.
Vedere qualcosa in questi
Poi tutti sti specchi, ma che paura.
La sensazione di vedere qualcosa.
Ho visto una merda a terra, allora la leggendaria merda è Gianmarco. Pensavo volessi dire che era proprio Gianmarco cagato in sé. Però è molto brutta come cosa. Raga, ma non sta succedendo niente. Non sta succedendo niente. solo lui che va in giro per casa con i rumori sottofondo.
Non so più dove andare perché continuo a sentire dei rumori in bagno anche. Raga, in cucina. Raga, in cucina.
È in cucina, raga, è in cucina.
Ma cos'è sto rumore? Però credo che ci sia qualcosa in cucina.
Non ti sente niente, amico mio. Mi guarda mentre dormo. Paranormal Activity.
Raga, in cucina c'è qualcosa.
In cucina c'è qualcosa.
Ah, che freddo che fa qui.
Fa freddo. Non so, dormi nudo.
La Bibbia non l'avevo lasciata così. La Bibbia l'avevo chiusa.
La Bibbia era chiusa.
Gli errori.
Zoomiamo sugli errori di Giobbe.
Paolo,
Beh.
Debbie, quando potete mi chiamate un attimo?
No, non ho parole, non ho veramente parole. Sto impazzendo. Vabbè, non commentiamo, raga, è meglio. E Jinxie, consigliami pure il ride di oggi. E Gigio, se permetti, per una volta sarà Jinxie a consigliarci un canale da raidare. E io non voglio veramente commentare. Io sto bene così. Voi? Famo che... Beh, famo che non commentiamo. Ok, abbiamo l'ok di Gigio, quindi possiamo procedere. Gian Marston, lo guardo spesso, è simpatico, va benissimo. Mi fa sempre piacere conoscere gente nuova. Cedo lo scettro a Jinxie. Grazie Gigio. Ringrazialo Jinxie per questa grandissima concessione. Allora, Gian Marston, scritto bene? Perfetto, perfetto, ringraziatevi, siate buoni. Va bene, andiamo da questo carissimo ragazzo Gian. Non c'è il live Nick? No, non so chi c'era in live sinceramente a quest'ora, non ho proprio controllato. Nessuno dei soliti. Iruma e Crisi, gli ultimi che abbiamo raidato. Va bene raga, allora io vi ringrazio tantissimo di stare qui con me questa notte. Vi ricordo che ogni giovedì a quest'ora, in realtà venerdì, siamo qui in live con la Horror Night, quindi non mancate. Detto ciò, noi penso ci vediamo domani alle 21:30 con Layton Piccante. Dovrei esserci, vi faccio sapere, rimanete connessi su Discord. Vi auguro una bellissima notte, andatevene a dormire che è tardi, mi raccomando, fate i bravi e ci vediamo domani. Ciao amici!